You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Chozen After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Chozen After Show.
Murder, sex, murder,
sex, murder, sex. I don't know the lyrics. So close.
It's a murder. Sex.
You're trying.
No, I'm trying.
You don't either.
I'm trying and failing.
And Roya's looking very tough. This is great. Hey,
yeah.
everybody. Hey, Internet. Hey, fans of Chozen. You're listening to AfterBuzz. We're talking Chozen. This is episode 6 of season 5, titled I'm with the season 1. Good catch. I'm just so excited for the upcoming 5th season of Chozen.
They just jumped. They didn't even renew it for seasons 2, 3, or 4. They were like, no, season 5.
It's that
now.
good.
5's a great number.
Yeah. Title of the episode is I'm in the Contraband. Again, aptly, apropos, amusing, etc. Hey everyone, I'm Greg Goodness.
Sup, brah? I'm Roya. Taheri.
I'm Scott Moore.
And I'm Zach Wilson.
And we are talking about Chozen tonight. We are talking about how Chozen is all about the Benjamins in this episode. The rap game, nowhere to be seen.
Although we got one little music video towards the end there.
And it was all about running like a rap-esque game of contraband and gangsters and that
Jay-Z
sort of thing.
did it, why not?
Yeah. Oh my God. How fantastic was that breakdown of how Jay-Z built his empire? It's called The Blueprint, a vicious, lucrative cycle. I want that tattooed on my back, a vicious, lucrative cycle. I do. It's amazing. That's an amazing way to think of the world.
It's a great quote.
Do you want Chozen's manager to do that for you on the back?
Oh God, no. That was a horrible looking tattoo.
Yeah, Jimmy.
The rock scorpion with the pentagram that's like totally lopsided and probably not even really a pentagram. I think it had 6 sides, like 6 points.
You'll give him that quote, and what it'll actually say is sex, sex, murder, murder.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that was an interesting part of this episode, is that we actually didn't deal with Chozen rapping too much. It was just him pursuing as much money as humanly possible.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of like it felt like this was a college show for a minute.
Yeah, for sure. Like they spent more time on the actual campus, and they're exploiting these college students, which I guess when you get down to it is like part of the rap game, right?
Like, I was gonna say part of being on college anyways. College exploits college students, so.
Like, if you're going to be doing a show about this person who wants to be a hip-hop mogul and wants to be taking over the world, then I guess it stands to logic that he's going to try to get as much money as possible, regardless of that, part of the rap game. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, it fit the world of Chozen that he's doing this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this little underground speakeasy thing for underage kids. Yeah, absolutely.
I guess the only thing was that it was like kind of walking. The show's been sort of like going back and forth between these two premises where it's like him in college, but he's not in college. And then him trying to be a rapper. So it feels like almost commit one way or the other.
Yeah.
Right.
And it would be stronger. Like if he was actually a college student, that would be really interesting because then we have to deal with all of his classes and like the BS that comes with that. Or just like spend more time on the rap game because right now I want more rap game because that's what I was given in the pilot.
Yeah. I do think though that, like, for me at least, it fit within the realm of the rap world, and to see him like going out and being promoting and being a big shot and essentially building his brand, for me, that is what the series is all about. And certainly we're always going to have that musical component.
Yeah.
Or at least I hope that we always have that musical. Because the songs are just so freaking catchy.
Right,
And
they're so funny.
They brought back the teddy bear man.
Yeah,
they did.
I was so happy about that. But to your point too, Greg, is I actually like the fact that they were kind of dealing with the college thing because it made sense, and it feels a little bit more realistic than him trying to chase the rap thing. Like it felt a little bit better. But yeah, to your point too, I'd like to see them maybe go back into that world a little bit. But I do like the college thing because it made sense, especially in this episode, of what they were getting at. So.
Well, we spent so many episodes, Zach, it's a totally valid point. We spent so many episodes in college and sort of dealing with the weirdness of the school. We had him directing a music video entirely on campus, from what I recall. We had him essentially trying to break in and prank all of these frat houses, right? So it's like, this is a man who is pursuing his rap dream while stuck in the world of college.
Yeah, but he's not fully in the world of college. That's all I'm saying. It's like,
Right.
he can be doing both, but enroll him in classes, because imagine Chozen having to, like, get graded.
Well, he's been to a club, so he's kind of going down the college route-ish. I just don't think him going into classes would be really fun, because he'll just yell at the students, and that's it. And then never go.
That's right. Chozen wouldn't be the type to actually show up to class on time unless, hold on, gears are churning here. This episode is all about him making money, right? So if someone dangles in front of his face, like, you could get like a business degree and become a rap god in that sense and like build out your brand that way. This is really stretching it. This is me like if I was a high school guidance counselor desperately trying to reach out to a child, I'd be like, in college you can learn about how to build a brand, which I hear is what these rappers are doing these
rap
days.
CEO.
Yeah. And then I'd be stabbed in the neck with a letter opener.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That just took a turn.
Man, these kids are tough these days. These kids weren't tough in this episode. I think that dealing with the freshmen is such a great idea because you do see like all the cool echelon people like Thatcher and all of the Greek House guys. But it's so much more fun when you're dealing with all the stupid freshmen who have no idea what they're doing. Nick Swartzen again doing fantastic voice acting in this episode and really getting sort of out of his comfort zone, which I think is cool.
I really like their comparison between prison and being a freshman.
Oh,
That was
It
awesome.
was great.
Really inspired the dissolve between the prison gates and then the like welcome to learning. I forget what exactly is on
Spread those cheeks.
4 times.
Four times.
They said that. I didn't quite catch it like when we were first going through it, but they managed to work that one line in 4 times.
Yep.
And in 4 completely different contexts, all of them horrifying in their own way. It was really fantastic. But yeah, I can see that being a bigger point that we'd want to spend more time in the classroom.
Maybe more in the club. Would you be happy with if he went back to that club where he didn't have to label himself? If he went back to that one?
Well, we don't need to revisit it. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think that if he went full on into college, there could be more, like, humor to be had in there, or go full on into the rap game.
Okay.
I think we're going to see a little bit more of both throughout the season, which I know is not necessarily the path that you want to go down.
It could work.
I do. I think so too. Just because that's where Tracy is, that's where some of the characters are, and that's where he's kind of living with her. So yeah, it's going to be kind of in both worlds.
Would this turn into like a Saved by the Bell the college?
I know,
years,
right?
Or Chosen
different
style?
strokes or whatever that.
Well, you know what they say. The sky's the limit, and we're jetting to the top.
Wow, you actually wrote it. That good catch on that one,
Yeah.
sir.
Nice delivery too.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You really laid that down, man.
I practiced it.
We got
Now I'm like money in the bank, check in the mail.
we got to get you guys into the studio. I mean, we are in a studio, but like a studio meant for recording rap songs and such.
Yeah, I did. Well, if you listen to the Helix podcast, you heard me and that entire group rapping. And you know how much that's a terrible mistake.
Yeah, that sounds really horrifying. I want no part of that. But you all should. Check it out. Your alternate podcast. I don't know, man. I'm trying to plug your show. It's all good. Speaking of all good, we're on iTunes, everybody. iTunes is a great platform. You can download all of our podcasts. You can download podcasts for other shows. You can hear Zach rapping on one of them, apparently. Who wouldn't want to hear that?
That's gonna be my
Lots
ringtone.
of people.
But what we really appreciate is when you go in and you rate and you comment and you tell us how you think that we're doing. Through some crazy algorithm, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it helps us keep the lights on in here. We also appreciate when you check us out on YouTube, when you leave us comments. It's ridiculously easy for us to go in and check the comments on that. already claimed name, making a return, being a super fan. We appreciate you coming back, already claimed name. She agrees with us on the continuity issue that we were talking about last week, where the TV is still broken in this episode as well. She pointed out that Chosen continuity is better than Teen Wolf. So the series definitely has that going for it, that the continuity is better than Teen Wolf.
If you've got nothing else, you have continuity.
But we do have so much more. And we had a continuation of that because in the background of one of the opening shots of this episode, there was a little tub, 7-Eleven, I guess we can say the brand name markup of the little tub making return from the gamer episode.
Yeah, I think it was Circle K. Wasn't that sort of
exactly.
the little tub Circle K? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're seeing returns to that old stand fast, what have you. But yeah, guys, come in, check us out, rate, comment. We really do appreciate it.
How many stars would you like on this iTunes?
I guess if I had to pick 5.
5? Okay. I like 5.
But guys, it's all up to you. Pick 5. But it's totally up to you.
So 5 is our number. 5.
Yeah.
Essentially.
5 everything, apparently.
Yeah. 5, that was just short of how many guest characters I counted in this week's episode. I counted Jimmy's sister, I counted the campus cop, and I counted the very despicable Thatcher, who was just such a creepo.
It's a douche.
Yeah. Thatcher, we haven't seen him before, correct? We've seen lots of the Greek life, but we haven't seen Thatcher specifically.
I don't remember if we'd seen him before, because I felt like his name was familiar, but I didn't know if we actually saw him.
He just reminds me of Hunter with the blonde hair.
Yeah,
blue
with the
eyes.
Matthew McConaughey kind of sound a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a moment where I was like, that's not Matthew
I know, I did.
McConaughey.
We both kind of did that. I was like, is that him trying to pretend it's not him?
Well,
But-
he won an Oscar, so he should.
That's right.
Go
I
I
hope
should have
he-
said Academy Award winning Matthew
Sup,
McConaughey.
bro?
I hope he's not on Chosen immediately after
The day
winning an
after.
It happened
Oscar.
way before,
Yeah.
okay?
I hope he is. I hope that we get nothing but Academy Award winners in here voicing
And
the
that
show.
season 5 will actually
That's
happen.
right. Season 5. That'll be nothing but.
Exactly. Of course, we need to keep Nick Swartzen around. That's just my personal opinion.
Yes,
But-
and anything with Nick Swartz in, I'll tune in.
I also really enjoyed the character of Campus Cop, who, if I could be wrong on this, I've been trying to look it up, but it looks like IMDb hasn't updated yet. That sounds like the voice of Master Shake, Dana Snyder, who is pretty prolific in his voice acting. But I detected a little hint of that in the Campus Cop character, which I was kind of surprised to see. Also, really like his accessory of the rascal. What is that? What are those things called? Segways?
Oh, the Segway.
Yeah.
The Segways. Because that is such a classic Campus
is.
Cop trope,
Yeah.
I guess you could call it. And him trying to bust down the door.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And then when we couldn't go down the stairs, too, when he was on the Segway, and then it was like, oh, he was stuck.
Don't you walk down those stairs away from me.
That was fantastic.
That's all it takes to immobilize this cop. It's like, no wonder he's not seen as a threat. And also Jimmy's sister, the crack whore
Oof.
with
Yes.
the trach hole. Is
Yeah,
that what it is?
yeah.
Oof.
Yeah,
Yeah. Which
that was great.
That was exactly the reaction that we were supposed to have to that character, so I can appreciate it and I can respect it. But man, that's just watching a train wreck unfold.
Her
It was
unexpected
like,
openings are her specialty.
That was a great line, though.
yeah. And then to cap it all off with even more horrifying, the image of the glory hole refrigerator box that they're throwing over her.
Yeah.
Which was, I feel like that had to be drawn from real life experience. That had to be drawn from no, because it was so
You own a
oddly
box?
specific. I own several boxes. I don't drill holes in them and then put crazy crack hookers inside of them.
Why not? It's fun.
What? Oh my god!
The more you.
Yeah, right?
You were the inspiration.
Don't knock it
They
till you
had the
try it.
box, yeah. You sent out all those pictures of the crazy whatever glory hole
It's
box.
just taking
you
that
have.
childhood dream of being a robot in that box to a different level. That's all. So, hey, tomato, okay?
You have made what was already the most horrifying sequence of this entire episode so much darker and so much more twisted.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
problem.
Thank you very much. I really want to see a return of pretty much all 3 of these characters. We haven't seen a return of too many of the other secondary characters other than Hunter, making a comeback this season. But I think that all of these guys were so strongly developed, and we got such an idea of who they were in this quick little, like 30 seconds or so that we saw him on screen. Really like the campus cop. Really want to see him coming back. The crooked campus cop. Like, he has to come back because obviously Chozen is going to be doing all sorts of illegal stuff on campus,
he's going to be
right?
the one that he pays off. Yeah.
And I do feel like Thatcher is going to be sort of a returning bully, like a secondary evil villain in place of Phantasm when he's not around.
Yeah, he's the college campus villain.
I don't know. Do you guys want to see more of these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring out the box.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
mean, I would love to see.
I think it rounds it out.
There are a lot of like great secondary characters I'd love to see, though. I think before, like, I'd love to see the parole officer come back.
Yeah,
she was really funny.
Yeah, you feel like she's got to come back at some point. I felt like it was kind of left us dangling there.
Yeah, and is Chozen still by? I mean, I know he doesn't have a label, but is he? Because it seems like we've kind of gone past that whole fact that Phantasm did all that to him.
He is just a sex person.
Yeah, that's true.
the oft-quoted line.
Yeah,
He's
that's
a
a
sex
great line.
person. Yeah, I don't think that we're going to necessarily see a return to that because being gay is such a cornerstone of who this character is. But I don't know. I'd like to see any of these characters come back again. I would love it. What was the character's name that he lost his woman virginity to?
Oh yeah,
the
Ricky, is it?
No. No, I can't remember his name now. Yeah,
We're failing you guys as hosts. I apologize.
You can yell at us on YouTube, though.
yeah,
Yeah,
please.
absolutely yell at us on YouTube. But no, I would love to see all of these guys come back. And I think, again, judging by how these characters act and how we're being trapped sort of in the world of the campus, we're going to have to see them come back.
Yeah.
Stray observations. I already mentioned the Little Tub making a return, which is great. Reckless eyeballing of my microbrew is a great line.
Yes, it was.
Lots of just great random lines. In
One of
this
my
episode.
favorite lines was clear eyes, full balls,
full
can't
balls,
lose.
yeah.
Friday Night Lights reference.
Right.
Yep.
And
Awesome.
I love the back when Jimmy was like trading that kid with the Ritalin, and he was like, 80 milligrams time release. I was like, 80 milligrams is like so much because I think like 60 is like the highest they give out. So I was like, crap. Like, so that was a fun little stray observation there. I'm like, 80 milligrams. That's
Big boy
intense.
pills.
Yeah, that's intense. And time release. That was awesome.
And another great quote: "Trouble is odorless." Yeah.
Light Trouble is odorless.
Yes.
Love the new established fact that Chozen is terrified of Beetlejuice.
Yeah. And Beetlejuice had something to do with Whitney Houston's death.
We all know what he did to Whitney Houston. Say what? Great line there as well. And Little Cinnamon, which I feel like, even though it's not a thing that'll probably return, I have no use for it in my actual life. It's a great nickname, Little Cinnamon.
Yeah. One of the I don't know how you guys felt about it, but looking at the parties, Greg, you and I went to college together. We didn't go to a school that really had cool kids per se. I felt like that was just like an Emerson College party.
Here's the thing, Zach, and I hate to break it to you. We were not the cool kids in college. There were those parties going on. We just weren't invited, Zach.
Oh no!
This just got really awkward.
Right? I collapsed your world in that very tiny.
Like Greg's gonna go write in his diary tonight. Like,
I mean, it was art school, man. Even like when the sports teams threw parties,
right?
Which I was an athlete, quote unquote, at Emerson College. They were not cool parties. They were just like those freshman parties you saw there.
Well, we're taking a little bit of liberty with the world of Chozen. If we had Chozen to come in and pimp out our parties, I'm sure they would have been really fantastic with sexy stripper bears and the prison experience.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. There's a weird corner where you can get some kind of experience. That's an art school party. I'm saying that was exactly what I experienced in college.
Okay, Zach getting experienced in a corner in college. This is, again, going into
Twisting my words.
I know.
This turned into the darkest episode of AfterBuzz I've ever hosted.
It's so dark.
Look, we were drinking on the Archer podcast.
Right. Things get dark from there. All I have to say is that I'm just glad social media wasn't around when I was in college, so I'll just leave it at that.
One last random thing to throw out there. We did have a cultural reference in this episode. Quetzalcoatl is a Mesoamerican deity whose name comes from the Nahuatl language. and then I started typing really poorly. Something feathered serpent. He was a feathered serpent. So if you were wondering what that guy was calling Ricky, he is a feathered serpent.
Clutch cultural slam.
Yeah.
Which was pretty dope indeed.
It was.
With that in mind, I think it's time to get into that spooky theremin music.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
You know, we've covered a lot of this ground already because we've been talking so much about where they're going to be going in the future as far as if they're going to go down the rap road, if they're going to go down the college road. I don't know. Thoughts? Roya,
Can you explain to us the next week's episode, what you saw?
What I will see going? Like,
No,
you're
like
putting...
in the trailer for next week. What?
Oh,
Can you explain that to
Sure, it
everyone?
got cut off. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, our feed got cut off.
What did it start with? You saw a little glimpse?
No, we didn't see
Okay,
anything.
I'll stop digging this hole and just go into
No,
my
please.
prediction.
No, you know what?
But so with nothing to
Like,
base
I know,
it
it's
on.
just like a tease here, and I'm like, what?
No, I get it. You're putting me in the exact spot that I put you in every time where I go, predict something.
Welcome.
But I
That's fair play.
predict that in next week's episode, I think that we are going to get away from college campus. I think we're going to see Phantasm again in next week's episode. I think it's going to be more rap game heavy episode. And I think that we're going to get to see, it might actually be time to bring out that sort of battle between him and Phantasm. I don't know if Chozen is going to come out on top because it's pretty early in the season still, but I think it may be time to do that.
I agree. I definitely think Phantasm is going to come back because they did bring him in as in his rap video and where he threw him off the building.
Right.
So I'm thinking that might be foreshadowing what's going to be happening in the next episode. I don't think they're going to go down the Saved by the Bell college year style. So those classes I don't want to happen. Sorry, Zach. I don't want it to
I'm not saying I want it to.
No,
like,
he doesn't want it,
I would
He
actually
wants to
rather
rap.
it got more of the rap game
Yeah.
in there. But like, I think you could mine more humor out of picking a direction and going deeper into it.
True. Okay. Well, then I hope Hunter comes back.
Yes,
I always say that every
I know,
every
and you
week.
know, I was actually that was gonna be one of my things.
Oh,
like, I
sorry.
hope no, is that I hope Hunter comes back. But the thing that's so difficult about the show is because it goes back and forth. It's like hard to say. Are they going to be doing something on college campus? Is Phantasm going to come back? I'd like to say Phantasm comes back too, just because we're kind of heading into the mid-season, to episode 6, and we're kind of halfway through. So I feel like they have to sort of bring him back and maybe have a battle. But I'd also like to see maybe Chozen do some other crazy collegiate crazy business idea again for the next episode too, and definitely want to see Hunter back.
I'm gonna call it within the next 2 episodes. Within the next 2 episodes, Tracy's gonna hook up with somebody.
I was just about to. I wrote down Tracy Love.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I don't know if she's gonna fall in love, but she's gonna hook up with somebody.
Yeah, I didn't have time to
Love.
write Bow Chicka Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow
was
here,
like, love in quotes.
Well, all right, guys. I think that about wraps it up for this week. Raps being a play on words.
Pun intended.
Guys. Yeah, of course. Let's go around the room and remind everyone where they can find us. Roya.
Well, guys, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HeyRoya. That's HeyRoya.
And you can find me on the Twitter at SMan80. That's SMAN80. And this Sunday for the season finale of Looking, we're here on AfterBuzz.
I'm Zach Wilson. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at @ThatZachWilson, and also here at AfterBuzz on Grim Helix. Almost Human finale coming up tomorrow, and coming up on starting this Sunday, new ABC show Resurrection.
I've been Greg Goodness. You guys can find me on the twits at Greg Goodness. Very clean, very simple. That's how I like it. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for rating. Thanks for commenting. And thanks for watching Chozen, guys. We dig it. We hope that you dig it too. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.